I've had this this work table for many, many years. I do a lot of work on mostly single stage snow blowers, sometimes a lawnmower or pressure washer or something like that. And I just like to get them up off the ground so that I don't have to be crawling around on my knees on the hard floor, that type of thing. And the table has served me well. It's 27 inches wide and 48 inches long, so it's just a nice size, and it's on wheels so I can roll it around different places in the shop, that type of thing. It's worked out well for me. The only problem I've run into, the snow blowers, even the single stage now, they're all 4-cycle, and they're getting to be a little bit heavier and bigger, and so lifting them up gets to be a challenge. If I get a real heavy one, I use my big hydraulic table, but this one works out real well. It works with my little stool and puts them at just the right height for me. But a lot of times I've got to lift it up, take it apart, diagnose what's wrong with it, make a repair, get it back down, run it to test it, sometimes put it back up there again to make some adjustments, and then get it back down, try it out again, then put it back up to put the machine back together. So it's worked out well, but lifting the machines on and off of it has become somewhat of a challenge. And so I wanted to think of a better way to do that. I've also had this Harbor Freight table for a long, long time. The issue with it is the tabletop on it wasn't near big enough to do a lot of the projects that I need to work on. So I would put some C-clamps in the corner here, and I clamped that bigger piece of wood on there, and it worked out well, other than sometimes when I had a real heavy load, when I put the machine on there, the whole table would want to rock until I got the weight back to the back. If I wanted to lift a single stage snowblower on there, I could just tip it up on its snout, roll the cart up to the back, and then tip it right up on there. So it works out well other than that tipping, and I found a solution to that, so let me show you. So I took my Harbor Freight cart, I bought some 1.5-inch angle iron and then some casters for the front. I welded those on, but you can bolt them on just as easy. And then it's just drilling a few holes. I cut the bottom pieces, they come out the full 48 inches to give me coverage so that it doesn't tip forward. The only play on it is the little bit that's in the table. And then these pieces I cut a little bit shorter because a lot of times I roll this up to the back of my SUV or to a pickup to load or unload a machine. So I want to leave a little bit of room for the plywood to stick over to get up right to that machine without risk damaging the tailgate or the bumper. And there's just 2 bolts for the bottom piece, 1 bolt for the top piece. And so if I do need to, nut driver, in about 1 minute I can have all 4 pieces off and have it back to its original size if I've got a smaller area that I need to work in or something like that. But with just real easy, some nut and bolt work, and made the table so much more useful for what I want it for, so I can avoid that heavy lifting. And so I thought some other people might want to look at it. Maybe they'll make an improvement on it, but wanted to share what I did. Thank you.